What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the SainAsylum Podcast. Here with your host, Anthony Sain, as well as a very talented, very crazy, very unhinged group of friends of mine. We call this the SainAsylum Podcast. This is episode 5, y'all. This thing feeling so official now, man. We got 5 in a row. We got 4 people in the building today. We're very niggishly late as far as the other people who will be joining us later today. We are here. Jelana, you made it, friend. You are back for another week.
I'm back for another week. Enjoy my ass this week because I don't know when you're seeing me.
I don't know when it might be another one. Yeah, Jelana, we have a pre-meeting we have a pre-meeting, y'all, every show before we get started. And Jelana was like, I don't know if I can make it every week. I said, Jelana, I don't think anybody will be here every week except for myself, and I won't be here either every week. I was thinking about that because I had something I had to do last Sunday that it could have stopped me from not being here at all, but I moved some stuff around. I was trying to think what it would be like to do it without me. I think y'all got it. I ain't really doing too much up here. I ain't doing too much at all. We do have to my right, Jasmine is in the building. She got another. She does not have the white hair today. She does have the pink, or whatever color, fuchsia, or whatever color it is, hat going on. Jasmine, what's going on?
Yeah, Louise. Yeah, for Bob's Burgers. I got my Louise hat.
Okay. I've heard of that show, never seen a single episode of it, so I don't know nothing about this shit at all. That's our white side coming out on that. I do have a white friend that loves this show. Well, yeah, that's the white side for sure. Below me, my guy Chris is in the building. What you got, Chris? What's going on with you? This nigga muted. No, he ain't. Man, what do you got going on?
Now, we just heard you explain
this man all the way out the chat.
What he said?
Help. Oh. You shake your head for, man. We ain't doing this. Anyway, Jelana, what's going on?
I will.
Yeah, we about to get into this today. Chris, figure out what's going on with your stuff, man. Somebody talking and playing with us, but now it's time to do the show. He ain't ready. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. A lot of things going on out here in the world. Let's get into it. Let's jump into it for sure. Number one, y'all, Memphis Mayor Paul Young meets with local gang leaders to call a ceasefire. This feel like it happened a long time ago. I had to double check myself. This did happen since the last time we had a show. I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. Pretty cool story, man. To me, I'm not sure if it's made national news yet, but it's a pretty big local story. And opinions have been all over the place. Our mayor, Paul Young, who has been in office for a little bit less than a month, I believe, might be a full month or whatever. But he had a meeting in some undisclosed location with local gang leaders, right? And basically called a ceasefire. Actually, like, can y'all just put the guns and shit down for a week? Is that too much to ask? Was the cry from Mayor Paul Young. I have my thoughts about it. I thought it was pretty damn cool, just to be honest with you. I thought it was a pretty awesome thing to do. I know there's something that knowing his dad, who was a bishop in the city of Memphis, I know that's kind of the approach that he would probably use to something like this as well. So I thought it was pretty awesome to kind of meet guys where they are. And of course, people who totally don't understand, totally don't approve, had some of the craziest things to say. Sprinkling in a little bit of racism. For those of you who don't really dive into social media the way I do, or may just not be aware, Memphis gets called Memphrica by our brothers in Middle and East Tennessee because of the number of black people that are here. So I saw a lot of Memphrica, saw a lot of hellhole, saw a lot of jungle, all these type of things when it comes down to the city of Memphis. And my man, Jay Mitch, is in the building. Mitch, what's going on, bro?
What's going on? Sorry for the delay.
Man, it's all good.
It's so great to see you great people, man.
Yeah, man, likewise for sure. We're talking about Memphis Mayor Paul Young.
Freeze up.
Meeting with local gang members and calling a ceasefire. I'm not sure, my boy Chris. Your mic good, man? You back? What's up? Man, get out of here, man. Figure it out, bro. Law back in, man. We're gonna get you about it.
Try again.
What's going on with that brother, man? All right, so but yeah, Jay Mitch, what are your thoughts? You coming in, Cole. What were your thoughts on Mayor Paul Young meeting with the brothers, man? Where they at, man? Saying put the guns down, man. Can you do it for 1 week for me? I'm trying to figure out when did that start. When
was the
Hey, I got a lot of questions, but I don't know if I want the answers. For real. I commend him seriously because you gotta lead by example, man. Like, you know, it's a lot of people in power and position like that wouldn't dare go speak to the other side. You know, it says a whole lot about Paul, man. Mayor Paul, as I gotta address him. And I give kudos to you, Sain, for even, you know, having him on your platform where you can see that when this happens, you can look back at what he's done before this to check him to see if it's even real. You know what I'm saying? So I man, salute the Paul for real. If he can get it to stop for a week, maybe he can talk to him about something else. And then the part of that report that I think is so important too is that what they asked for. You know, these guys, when they met up, they was like, okay, we'll do it. But, yo, my little homies need some money. They need something to do. They need a job. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, the optics, like the conversation that was had, man, probably was out the frame and outstanding, man. Salute the power.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned that I had him on my sports podcast, Anthony Sain Show. He came on one of my very first guests, man. I want to say he probably was like maybe first 10 guests I had or whatever. And he wasn't the mayor at the time, of course. He was campaigning. And this is one of the things he talked about was that guys need opportunities for resources and mental health training and counseling and therapy and all these type of things. And that, you know, sometimes it'll take hard conversations, you know, and bringing people to the table to talk about these things. And this is something he's doing, man. I think this shit dope. I think it's dope as hell. You know, it's on some real Joe Clark type shit. You know what I mean? For real. Like, it's something you won't see. And,
I was going to say this. I know we are giving a lot of kudos to Paul Young for being creative and brave enough to put this out here. But I want to give kudos to the people of the city of Memphis because we heard this man campaign, right? We heard what he said he was going to do. We were also brave enough and smart enough to elect somebody who would out of the box step. So my hat goes off to the city of Memphis for being brave enough to elect somebody like Paul.
Because the alternative was just, you know, just lock all these niggas up. Like that was the opposite side of the race, pretty much. That was the approach that you were saying for most people.
Not to say we don't have a problem there too, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
You can get let out way too easy and fast. So it's both sides.
I definitely agree. Chris, you back with us, bro? I'm about to just hey Chris, hey, better give you the sun off, man. You struggling over. No, we cannot hear you, Chris. No. Just go through your go to the settings, man, and make sure that whatever you using is what your microphone is. But yeah, I'm gonna take you out, brother, because just seeing you up there gyrating is ain't gonna do it. But yeah, I thought it was pretty dope, man. But like I said, you did have the people who did have some racist things to say.
Yes, of course.
The thing about social media, man, is that like it's almost like a voter's booth. You know what I mean? Like you can be whatever you want to be outside of. You get behind them walls of your phone, man. You can really be the person you are, and especially when you don't have to. Don't nobody know your name. You can just make a fake Twitter account or fake Facebook or whatever you're trying to do, and you could just, you know, keep it moving that way. You see some of the most racist shit in the world coming out of people's mouth. But this leads to another discussion. There, my boy Chris.
Chris.
Yeah. Y'all see how they slid that in there to do a quick little mic check?
Yeah, man. Yeah. There you go. Did you have any thoughts on the Paul Young stuff? I was gonna take it somewhere else, but if you got anything, do you?
I mean, saying y'all know, like, I've been out in the Nashville area for the last 2 years. I went to school not too far from out here for about 4 years as well, and you know, you kind of just see the way that city has kind of done as far as development and stuff like that. And I get it; it's a white city and things like that, but just having somebody that's newer, I'm not saying newer, but somebody that's younger, you know what I'm saying, they kind of got a feel for what the direction the city needs to go. You know what I'm saying? You talking about even with the Grizzlies, you know, like it's a young team up and coming. They got, you know, a young mindset to have somebody that's coming kind of in that same vein for the city. It's just exciting, bro. And like you said, to have him on your show, that kind of sold me just kind of on what his vision was. And then you bring out what he's doing now with this gang stuff. You know, damn what these other people talking about. He doing right, because you got to start with that. You got to deal with that issue so that we can bring in these big companies and the business and, you know, kind of help our economy get to where it needs to go, man. So I'm excited to see what Paul gonna do for sure.
Yeah, we talked earlier about how like a lot of the comments that people were making were just racist bullshit. You know what I mean? Just people who don't want to see any good for Memphis one way or another, regardless of what, you know, what Paul's doing. And we had a conversation off the air about racism and just how, you know, the question is like, how do you prefer your racism? You know what I mean? So me personally, I'm more of an open racist guy. If you're a racist, I'd rather see it coming. I'd rather, you know, I'd rather know what I'm dealing with than to be surprised, so to speak. So I'm gonna throw that out to the floor, man. When it comes down to racism, do you prefer the stealthy? Hey, I didn't even know that was racist. Do you prefer that, or do you prefer? Look here, you niggers.
Get my shit open and well done. God damn it!
Exactly.
I'd rather have it in my face than behind my back.
That's an interesting thing you said too, Jasmine, because we joke a lot about you as well as Jill being biracial, and I know that shit y'all be dealing with hit extremely different. Because I'm like, look, man, I know y'all be like, look, what you want me to do, man? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna throw it to you first about how just some of the racism you dealt with being a biracial person in America and in the South and in Memphis. And I want to say you have siblings that are completely white as well, right?
Yeah, I have an older black sister, an older white brother, and a mixed little brother. So we all, you know.
Oh, yeah, I'll get all kind of niggerdom just going on. So what is so talk about that and then just kind of like, okay, how do you prefer your racism?
I experienced a lot of, I call it diet racism. It's not really like in your face or whatever, but it's like you little side comments here and there. And growing up, I went to a white church with my mom because she was like working the daycare for him. I was kind of feeling
your mom's
like
white, right?
Yeah, I was kind of feeling like with the girls there, I was like the black. I was like their black friend, like their plaything. You know, like I was just there just to like. Just be there like entertainment. Yeah. Yeah. But you know, I never had any from the black side. You know, I grew up in all black neighborhoods. I never really only thing I heard from the black side, they just talk about my hair. And that was the only thing. I was like, oh, okay. You know, I just, move on with my day.
Right.
I never really, but yeah.
So when you do it endure racism, do you prefer yours open or closet?
No, open, like to my face. I'd rather have that, so I know who you are. You know,
how much of each have you think you've gotten? Do you think you've experienced more open and blatant racism, or more closeted racism?
No, closet. Yeah, it's like a feeling that you get.
Exactly,
but you can't really like pinpoint it. Yeah. It's more like that. But also, you talking about the Paul Young thing. The alternative is. You come see me. Well, you at my job. You don't want to come see me at my job because I see the worst of the worst. If you want,
we know what you do, but I don't know the people know what you do though.
Oh! I work at the morgue. I work at the medical examiner's office. So I'm gonna see where they gonna end up.
So has the you the person needs to ask this though. You the person needs to ask this. Mayor Young asked for a ceasefire. Was this the fire ceasefire?
No, a break for us. A break for us because we see it every day.
Was it a break for you though? Could you?
Could you tell
there was a ceasefire?
No, I don't feel it. We don't feel it at my job.
But like every day is the ceasefire was asking the gangs to chill out. You still got random.
Yeah, we still get random shootings. Yeah, yeah.
Car accident.
It's a multi-surface problem here in Memphis. It's not just the gangs. It's other stuff too. It's a lot of issues with domestic violence, random robberies gone wrong, drug deals gone wrong. It's crazy.
Right.
But the ceasefire, it will help a lot.
Yeah.
So like I said, I think it's good positive momentum for sure. Any other comments on how you like your racism shaken, not stirred? Anybody got any?
Hey, I like mine not on the rocks. I like mine uncut, raw. It's a special type of feeling when you know going into a situation with somebody, you know what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like and down here is different. We get if you notice, if you have any friends that are not from the South, that have never been down here, they really think this shit down here is still like, sundown hours. We got the now. Don't get me wrong. The tone of some of these white folk down here is still on this shit. The difference is they don't fucking wear a suit and go to work on Wall Street. They not lying in my face at Starbucks to say have a nice day and then run the blog about how much they hate niggas. If they hate niggas, they hate niggas probably because they done told you they hate niggas to your face.
Right.
So I can appreciate that shit. It don't make it right at all. It don't make it less challenging or whatever. But just be what you are all the way. The thing that's the disconnect about accepting other people and what they are is the self-awareness and just them being straight up. Like the whole gay rights, LGBTQ, all that shit. If I got a gay friend that is homosexual or bi or whatever, and they up front with what they are, what they like, I'm cool with it. We got a mutual understanding. Hey, I ain't into what you into. And I might not necessarily like it, but it's cool that I know what you do and I'm the same with you. Don't be around here lying like, oh yeah, let's get on these bitches. And the whole time you don't want shit to do with a motherfucking woman. Like you trying to holler at dudes. What the fuck is we? Just be honest.
Right.
I need my racism the same way. If you don't like black people, don't do the slick shit. Don't strike up a conversation with me about, this violence is terrible in this city. I'm scared for my life, but I have black friends that I've worked with them before. Don't talk both sides out of your mouth. Just don't have conversations with me at all.
Let me ask y'all a question based on something that Jay Mitch said. Do you think it's possible because I said this one time and somebody cut me off like, nah, I don't believe in it. I'm going to throw this out to y'all. Do you think it's possible for someone to do racist shit but not really be aware of the level of racism there is? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, all day long.
So y'all do think that's a real thing?
Yeah, I don't think that person is a racist. And I think a lot of people who end up racist just adopt racist beliefs from their family. And they don't actually feel that way. And when they get out in the world, they see the world is a lot larger and more expansive than what they were taught.
Right.
And then they have a different viewpoint. But I absolutely believe that people can have great intentions and have no real racist bone in their body, but just don't understand context or history or how we feel about a certain thing. You know what I mean?
But you know what the difference is? The difference is what sucks about that whole conversation, as far as like knowing what's racist and what's not, is that white people get the grace, or I guess you could say, they get the convenience of being ignorant about racism. You know what I'm saying? They get to hide behind the fact that, I didn't know, or I didn't grow up with black people. And we literally are taught, like given a curriculum of being black. Like before we talk about ABC 1, 2, 3, we being given a curriculum about being black. You know what I'm saying? So
survival kit.
Yeah, man. So I want to touch on real quick though, one thing that Jasmine, and it kind of tied in with everything that everybody else was talking about. The whole church thing, bro. Like those that don't know, like my real name is Christian. And I'm gonna take like working in like custom, like face-to-face customer, like industries, like up until like maybe like the last 3 years or so. The one thing that used to get on my nerves the worst, bro, is that when people would read my name tag, the first thing they want to ask me, I'm talking about white folks, Christian, are you a Christian? And it's like, bro,
is your dad a Christian?
Man, I don't want to talk religion with y'all. I just don't like, because the problem is that every time that conversation would happen, it would always lead to, you should come to our church, you should do this, you should start, coming into our beliefs and all this stuff. And it's like, man, I can't even I can't worship with you. I can't fellowship with you when I know when I walk out that door how you feel about my kind, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I just y'all Trump supporting ass, all this conservative ass beliefs that y'all have about us, but then you want me to come congregate with y'all and get my money to y'all church. Like, man, get the fuck out of my face. I just don't rock with it, bro.
I want to hop on into some fun shit because I got some fun shit coming, but I can't get off of this, man, because it's some. You talked about the whole church thing, right? I went to a church that I love to visit. I'm not gonna say the name of it because they do great stuff. I love to visit the church. But before I go there, man, don't sleep on white church because that shit over in 45 minutes.
No, yes,
but it's boring.
I liked about it.
Oh, it's terrible. But listen,
God awful.
Yeah.
So another thing too, before I get into what I was about to say, somebody told me that there's no such thing as a non-denominational, what they call it, y'all?
Non-denominational.
No. When it's multiple, black, white, everybody in there.
Denomination.
Multicultural.
They said there ain't no such thing as multicultural, nothing. And I said, what you mean? They said because once it gets to a certain percentage, where the minorities a certain percent, it's not gonna be multicultural no more. They just gonna hand it over to the minorities. Like the basically once it get too black, the white people gonna hand that shit over to the black people. Say, all right, this y'all church, and we'll leave this whole thing and turn that bitch to Cumming Street. I don't know if y'all know that story. Look it up. Yeah. Look it up.
Wow.
Christ the Rock Church used to be this multicultural church. It's a little too niggerish for me.
It was led by white people for a long time.
Led by white people, yeah.
Right. We started out there, right?
Right. And not many multicultural churches are led by black people either. That's another thing to look up. But anyway, so I'm at this multicultural church, right? And they're having a message. They're having a series about race relations and how, white people have to be more aware of the effects they have on us and throughout history and all those type of things. And I was like, all right, man, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing what you're saying. Y'all do need to do better. Shit. Praise God, And so, and then when church is over, he's like, oh, we're going to take this moment. Everybody just grab the hands of somebody that doesn't look like you. And we're going to pray this prayer. And I said, no, I'm out. I'm gone. At that point, you lost me. You know what I mean? And the reason why was, no, seriously. And the reason why was, I'm like, no, man, I'm not going to allow myself to be the person who makes the people in this room feel better about themselves for the day. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't need to leave feeling better. You need to leave with a call to action. You know what I mean? Like, go tell your people to get off the bullshit. I'm not praying with you to make you feel better, but oh man, I touched hands with a black man. No.
What was the race of the pastor who's leading the prayer?
Oh, it was white. Most multicultural churches are led by white people. Yeah. And there's another thing too. I'm about to say this for another subject because this is a whole other thing to unpack, man. Because a lot of times we just get so excited about shit that got white people hands on it anyway. So anyway, it ain't. Let me just get out. Let me get off of that. No, let me get off there, man. That's a whole other subject, man. That's a whole other.
It's different layers to that subject, but yeah,
for sure. All right, let's get into some nigga shit, some fun shit, y'all. A topic that you see so often in social media, especially in black social media. Today's show just got so much race to it, man. It's just coming. But especially in black social media, you see a lot of conversations about battle of the sexes, right? You see guys who post all these things about, modern women or today's women. You see women who talk about these niggas ain't shit. It's pee in the dating pool, all these type of things. And you see podcasts. And when I started this podcast, I totally did not want it to come out that way, right? And the way that I decided to combat that is of the 7-people team that are part of this team. I intentionally wanted it to be more women than men, so I could have just a fair and balanced conversation about whatever we're talking about, right? I didn't want this to be some alpha male He-Man boys club, no girls allowed conversation.
He-Man woman haters.
Right. I didn't want it to be these 3 angry dudes. I didn't want it to be that. And I also didn't want it to be this, you got to make 10 figures to text me and you gotta get me out of debt before I can acknowledge you as a man. Like we weren't doing that either,
You want balanced representation of.
Yeah. Because I saw some takes from a lady today, and I was like, good God. And the guy who was talking about it made perfect sense. He was like, lady, here's my thing. If you think a man making $50,000 is not enough for you, I mean, that's cool. But you're kind of giving yourself away by saying it on the internet. He was like, the dudes who actually making the money ain't gonna fool with you either now because they see what you want. It would have been better to just kind of keep that to yourself, you know. But so that's when I started this podcast with the tagline we have of positively unhinged. I wanted everything we talked about to have some type of positive solution, right? I wanted to be able to actually get to some solutions about some of the stuff that we do and not just point fingers. Oh, you bitches is crazy. Oh, women ain't shit. Women come back, oh, well, niggas ain't shit. You niggas broke. Y'all niggas want to be roommates. I'm like, all right. So let's I want to kind of figure out a way to just kind of resolve some of this shit, bro. And I basically see and something that really bothers me is when I see dudes who be like all flat out arguing with women on social media, right? And I see it a lot. I see it a lot on social media. Dudes just be flat out arguing with women all day. I'm like, man, I love ass and titties, like pretty ass feet, and like I just love women, bro. You know what I mean? Like I just don't see the point of now. Have I had disappointing dating experiences? Hell, the fuck yes. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I had women who I thought were just horrible. Yeah, but I've had bad food too, but I eat 3 times a goddamn day. Minimum.
Bro, that's the perfect analogy, bro.
Right.
That's the perfect analogy for real.
I've had trash. Go ahead.
Yes. So you gotta get something to eat, man.
Although you've had your taste, your good and the bad taste, women aren't something you want to do without, like food.
Who you telling?
It's not something you want to do.
I've had some trash wings, but I love a good 10-piece. Fuck you talking about.
Right. It's the same for us. It is the same for us. We have met some trash ass, and I mean, we could all tell some stories, but we can also tell stories of men who have been kind and generous and compassionate.
It might not have been straight for you,
and who may not have been for me, right?
Yep. And you might not have been for them, and it's cool.
And it does not stop
and
us.
That's cool. What you said, and that's cool. It's cool if we didn't click. It's cool. Straight. It's so much other shit in life that doesn't work out the way we want it to be, but it's cool. Like, I'm not finna go online and be like, man, all tacos are fucking terrible. They trash because I got Taco Bell that gave me some fucking food poisoning. No, I still like tacos. I'm just not going to Taco Bell no more.
Right. And I see dudes, like I said, man, they argue with women all day on Facebook, like, and it's just like, and people say, who hurt you? Like, bro, who hurt you? Or women's sis, who hurt you? And that's the common response, right? Like, this person is hurt. You know, they got women who did them wrong or guys who've done them wrong. So, man, I wish Jill was here because I made this banner strictly for Jill, man. And I'm asking this question, bro: Is it hurt or are they just lame as hell? Like, some people just be lame as hell. Like, some dudes, like, because that's real. Like, it's this particular dude, right, that I know on Facebook. That's like always in these heated discussions with women, right? And he's like talking bad about, you know, single moms and this and that and want to argue. Like, bro, I think
that nigga's
I think you just kind of mad, like, cause like nobody likes you. Like,
I say this, a lot of people, they operate from hurt and ego. Once you gotta heal those two things and you operate from your spirit, it's gonna be easy from here on out. That hurt and ego gonna get you locked up every time.
Go ahead, get the more. I know what Jasmine.
It makes you say things that are so stupid.
Yeah.
Your ego is talking. It makes you come across as a man who's willing to sit up and argue with a woman all day as opposed to trying to holler at the woman.
Right.
Like, if I were a man,
what are we doing?
We back and forth over some kinky shit, or because I done teased you and you trying to see what I'm about. That's where I think the energy should be going. I mean, but some people get off with arguing, though. It makes them feel seen and heard, important, and like any attention is good for some people.
Right. Yeah, I make posts a lot that kind of joke about women. I joke about dudes too, but a lot of times I'll post stuff that just, you know, be funny shit. But at the same time, I love titties and ass and pretty feet and yellow bitches. I'm just, I love women, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that hurt. Trust me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just, you just have to be balanced with it. I had a dude one time who, he said, man, whatever I'm trying to find, like something new to holler at, I just go in your comments. He said, because Lord. I said, hey, I appreciate you, bro. I mean, it's a service I have for the people, I guess. That's just what I do for the people. But no, man, it's just kind of crazy. And this is the one that really you see all the time. And this is the question I want to throw out to the crew. Does the dating pool really have pee in? Because I got a cold breakdown for this one, but I'm gonna throw it out to y'all first.
Man, let me go first on this.
Go ahead, Chris.
I got really a simple answer to that. Just clean your pool, goddammit. The YMCA is not like they have people come cleaning it every night. Just go clean. Uncle Elroy on next Friday when he went out there and his pool had condoms and goddamn it was
gross,
dirty and like just clean your pool, man. Like stop going after these same type of people. And then you want to holler on Facebook with these pick me posts and you arguing with men, you arguing with women. Like, bro, like just clean yourself up, make yourself available to different type of people, maybe change where your standards are, or pick yourself up, elevate yourself. Like people got mad at Kevin Samuels, RIP. But like a lot of the stuff, if you can get past the show, like the entertainment factor, he had some good stuff in there as far as making yourself a high value man or a high value woman. And like you just attract what you are and what you want, man. Yeah. So that's really all I got on that. Clean your pool, man. Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Go get y'all's out the way. Go get shit too, though, Chris.
I absolutely think it has pee in it. It also has shit in it. Somebody had diarrhea at one point, and that is
the imagery. The imagery got that. But go ahead.
However, like my man just said, I make sure my pool is clean. Mm-hmm. And that means the other pools that I can interact with are probably also clean. Versus if I keep a dirty pool, if I keep a messed up mindset, if I'm going after things that don't really serve me,
you're gonna deal with dirty pool ass niggas.
Dirty ass, diarrhea filled ass pools. This is the sparkly ones. And friend, we talk all the time about how clean your ass is because you got a bidet toilet. Those are the kind of
like legit fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my asshole stay squeaking there. Don't play with me.
Clean, give me the
shit.
Yes.
Yeah. But then another thing too, like you said, Jelana, if your pool is clean as you say it is, right? You gonna recognize a nasty ass pool, and you ain't even finna step one foot in, because you ain't finna be fooled. Like I know what a clean pool look like. You know what I'm saying? So
or if you come into my clean pool and shit, I'm gonna be able to spot your shit real easy,
real quickly.
Shit in my pool. Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, Scoop, whose is this? Like, who is shitting in my pool? And then you just toss it out, and then you gotta clean pool again.
Gotta put that clean in there.
You gotta put that.
Come on, Javin. Come on, talk to the people.
Clean in there, bro.
Talk to the people, Javin. I know you got something.
What? Y'all know my situation. I'm in, I'm separated. I'm going through the working on.
I know that white side, y'all are pissing the pool like it ain't shit to do. So I know y'all are maybe drinking the water. Oh man, the water's great. Oh shit.
I'm working on me right now.
Hey, you know,
cleaning your pool, yes, ma'am.
Hey man, I love white people, baby. Y'all be dancing shit sometimes. White folks know they just pissing the pool in because they're just drinking the water and shit.
Gross.
Oh god.
Some people like it.
Got they dog in the pool there. Come on, fight out. Get your ass in there.
Leave them where they at.
Hey man, dog paddle was invented by them because they had their dogs swim with them.
A dog come up with a mouthful of water. Go ahead, Jamie. Go ahead.
Oh man, yeah, the dating pool, man. Listen, so I've been with my wife for a long ass time.
Yeah.
Hey man, shit, for down there a decade and some change. And I always joke with my homeboys is single and shit. Because I done got homeboys that got divorced like you. I got homeboys that ain't never been married. I got homeboys that's been seriously dating with somebody. And I got homegirls too. And some of the stories, bro, of dating, I don't even know. Like I was joking with my wife. I said, listen, if this shit don't work out with me and you ain't gotta never worry about fucking with somebody serious again, man. There's so much danger out here.
Yeah,
like it's a lot of danger out here with like just meeting somebody that's a closet fucking serial killer. Or just a serial fucking stalker. You got people that are not emotionally ready to interact with another human being in any form of any relationship, but the access of the internet and being online opens up doors to people who would never date. Like it's people out here that's getting chances, which I applaud technology and all that shit, but certain folk don't need fucking access to the internet. And especially to try to fuck with somebody of a different race, y'all ass don't need to be dating nobody. Like for real. It's so many different, you got fucked up people linking up with good people that cause a new attitude of people saying that everybody ain't shit. I ain't fucking with no more niggas no more. I ain't fucking with none of these bitches no more. All these bitches ain't shit. And all these niggas ain't shit. No, y'all just fucking with the wrong types of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And I firmly believe the more you say it, the more true that becomes for you. Yep. So you
gotta know what's an obstacle for you personally. Like if you don't want to deal with a woman that's hung up about what we doing, where we going, and how much it costs, quit fucking sliding in these bitches DMs and then you see them online all day.
You know what they on, leave them alone.
You know what the fuck you on.
Right.
Quit talking about these niggas that ain't shit where you know women do. Y'all said this shit last episode. How much women do they research? You can't tell me you ain't did your research on this nigga to figure out he ain't shit before you done agreed to go out with this nigga all off the strip. Oh, he look, he kind of cute, baby. I'm gonna let him treat me too. Then he do you like shit, and you online talking about how you ain't.
All these niggas ain't shit.
I know. Everybody ain't Risa Tisa. We be knowing. I promise you, we be knowing.
Stop the bullshit.
Yeah, but a lot of people put like they are good at acting though. They could act, put on that mask. And you feel like they're a good person, but something happened and that mask dropped and the complete psycho on your hands.
Yeah, that's why you got to stress test the relationship.
Man, who you tell?
You got to stress test it. Sometimes heart conditions aren't revealed until you get on a treadmill.
Come on now.
Come on now.
You got to heat it up a little bit.
How many of y'all really trying to get on a treadmill though? No, I'm just saying.
What?
I will put.
Jelani, I know you work out, but you are in the minority.
I lift. I like my weights.
See, I don't get
it. Right, Jazz be working out too. Jazz, you be posting your video. Yeah, but I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm listening to what y'all are saying. I'm gonna tell you what's really going on.
What's I'm saying?
It ain't particular that the dating pool has pee in it. You have a lot of people that are angry about the pool that they have access to. Oh, that should have took y'all somewhere. Y'all should have with them. Y'all should have got them. Y'all should have got somewhere with them.
But the pastor say you'll catch that at the door.
Yeah, if you live in some ghetto ass apartments, man, that pool that's in your apartment complex is the one that you are subject to use, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes, so like,
come on, preacher.
But for real though, what I'm really trying to say is, and back to the what started this whole conversation, the guys or the girls that want to argue do the opposite sex thing, they're typically angry because the pool they have to choose from now, they feel like they should have access to another pool, but sweetheart, brother, you just don't. You know what I mean? And it's just
for different factors, right? Like, what are some of those factors?
Right. What you say it again, Angela?
What are some of the factors that are determining that they're stuck in that dating pool? Aside from where you live.
For one thing, you might have missed. Now I'm joking about I didn't mean that exactly. Like you live in some bad apartments.
I know.
What I'm saying is like a lot of times it's your mind. Like Chris said, the way you think. Yep. How many times have you miscategorized or what's the word I'm trying to say? Compartmentalized people you date. How many dudes have you put in the friend zone that probably should have been your husband? How many women that you say, oh, she ain't shit, but she was a good ass woman.
Yeah.
You did that during the prime of your life, and now here we are 40-something, whatever years old. Oh, these bitches ain't shit, bro. Damn, you done went through shit 200 goons. You know what I'm saying? Like how many dudes with solid dudes, but you know, grandmama them and mama them tell you, girl, don't settle down, girl, wait till you 35. And you don't look like 35, don't look like 25. And now
you don't look like you would when you were 25.
Right. And you got 4 or 5 kids with it and all this stuff going on. You know what I mean? So like it's in, like I said, I asked the question, do other races do this? You know what I mean? Like a lot of times we've taught our boys and our girls how to date wrong in our race. You know what I mean? Like we almost teach our boys to be flat foot full of shit. And we teach our women that we got time. We ain't got as much time as we in retrospect, we realize we ain't got much time as we thought we had. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for that type of stuff. So like I said, that pool might got pee in it, but hey, that's the pool that you have access to. You know what I mean? Like if like Jelana said, if you take care of your business, hey, somebody I can't swim, so I don't know where the 5 pools at. But you know what I mean? Hey.
Analogy, if you can't swim in 12 feet, you're probably not gonna meet a man who also can swim in 12 feet. Right.
Exactly.
But if you take care of your pool and your pool clean, the person that got the 12 pool, he might come cannonballing your shit. So
make sure you straight. That shallow ass pool, that little 2 feet ass water.
He might slice that mug. You mean we talking about slice? He might slice that mug.
Come up, stomach hurting, goddamn.
Yeah, man.
Daryl, hope I got your name right, brother. He says when the honeymoon phase is.
Oh, that's when it ends. That's when the treadmill starts. Yeah,
it's when the treadmill starts. There it is. When it ends, okay. There it is for sure. For sure, I get that for sure. We're gonna move right along though, my good people.
I want to say, you talk about if white people deal with the same thing, they have whole other issues. It's called Dateline.
What you mean?
It's called Dateline.
What that mean?
It's called they have that. They got all these men, serial unalive, and killing their whole family, then themselves. That's
okay. Yeah, you talking about like the show Daylight.
Yeah.
That's a whole other issue with them.
It's true.
But for real though, y'all, we just have to do better as a race, man, because like we're allowing like media outlets and like social media and these engagement platforms to really like divide our houses, like divide our families. Like Black people, we are founded on the strength of the Black family. You know what I mean? And we've kind of allowed this goofball shit. Because at the end of the day, man, we need each other, man, like a mug, bro. Like for real.
We do. I was something to your point earlier about people feeling like they're stuck at the level that they're at.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about like how Black people date and versus how other people of other races date, like my Indian friends, I've got 2, okay, just 2. They come out the womb with a plan. They go to college, they date for a purpose. I don't know very many.
It's the parents. It's the parents.
They've been able to maintain that because I think they've had their own country, they've had their own history, they've been in control. We haven't always been in control of ours. So we're fighting so many different aspects of what it means to be Black, and it's showing up in the way we date.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, and we date to just kind of be okay in a rotation. But like at my age, I'm 45, divorced, single, and dating.
Mm-hmm.
I should be dating to lock somebody down, like right. Like, you tell me this all the time, like, man, she was wasting time. Like, what are you doing out here dating for no reason?
Look, do what you want to do.
And so I am. And
I was about
do what
to
you want to do.
But if I were of a different culture, I think I would have a different approach to dating.
You think?
We do. Culture, we are okay with this half-stepping, halfway dating, halfway not knowing what we're doing, and being. I think that's part of our culture, and I think it's a dangerous part of our culture.
I agree in a sense, but then this is not to give anybody a pass, because I'm totally in agreement with what we need to do as a culture, work-wise in relationships. But I will say this, just from having friends of other cultures, it's a different type of mind fuck with them in their relationships.
Yeah.
Because, for example, most white women of a certain age would talk to go to college to find a husband. not to get educated, not to do, anything like that. And because of the way most white men are, typically, they never were serious about that. So it's a rub in that relationship of what they think marriage is, what they think a relationship is. A lot of, like you said, I had a couple of Indian friends or whatever in high school, and it was the same way. Like they didn't have a relationship with somebody random. Everything was like pre-planned. And then you get into Asian culture where certain families marry other families for the purpose of extending wealth, not necessarily happiness or liking this person. You're pre-chosen a person to pick the do the rest of your life with. So it's another mind fuck with other races. Ours is what we're concerned about. We're like what you said. That's why I agree with what you said about what we have to do. I admire a lot of shit from other cultures as well. It's a lot. I don't go crazy to the left like, oh, these folk do it like this. Why black folk ain't marrying each other and staying together? I don't want to get to doing it because it's individualized in relationships, what you need to do with your partner and how you need to act. But as far as black folk, even if you ain't gonna be with the woman, if you have something going on with that woman child-wise, take care. That's what family is. Family ain't connected to me being in a household with you for 30 years in a marriage because of the family. No, family means more than that. So a lot of those things we need to redefine as black people as we get better and having relationships with each other.
Yeah. I had something, but my mind went blank. I was listening to my boy saying real tough. No, but seriously though, like I think Jay Mitch made some good points. Like as far as like, we have to kind of redefine what family is. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. I'm piggybacking on what you said. A lot of stuff that has kind of been thrown on black people. It's not even true. Like if you actually look at real numbers, it's not.
Yeah.
The perception is not the actual reality, right? Because by definition, y'all know I love Gabe to death, right? That's my son. I spend every weekend with him.
Cheeks. I love his cheeks.
Right. Y'all know y'all know I love Gabe, right? So, but technically, according to statistics, according to the numbers and how they report these numbers, Gabe lives in a single parent home, or Gabe lives in a fatherless home.
Yeah.
That narrative, bro, is like you won't never see Gabe. I see him with you more than I don't even. Yeah. I'm like, damn, where mama?
A lot of people think Gabe live with me. Gabe does not live. Gabe does not live with me.
In the house with their kids, with their mamas. I see you with Gabe more than even those guys. So
right. So it's like you got to be careful with a lot of these. Even the numbers and statistics are skewed. You know what I mean? Because like I said, by definition, Gabe lives in the fatherless household. According to statistics, because I went to a fatherhood conference in Nashville. Jelana, I told you about this when I went. Awesome experience that I had there, and they talked about what they called a fatherhood pandemic. You know what I mean? And they talked about fatherless boys and girls and the effects on them and things like that. And they talked about how skewed these numbers are because they get these numbers from agencies, right? Like that's where they're getting these numbers from. And the agencies are benefiting or giving women benefits, giving mothers benefits. It's like, how can you truly say that these numbers are accurate when they're getting benefited for a father not being there? You know what I mean? So then they said, like, you look at like WIC, right? You got the WIC office. WIC stands for Women, Infants, and Children. No mention of dads at all in this situation. So like Jason, excuse me, brother, like Jay Mitch said, you're constantly. What a family is constantly evolving. You know what I mean? Because I don't fool with Gabe mama like that. I'm not we don't have any romantic nothing going on. But if push comes to shove, she know I take care of whatever. You know what I mean? I don't want to see anything. She still feels like family. If that makes any sense.
That makes sense, bro.
It's still produce, even if you guys are separated, living in two separate households, co-parenting or whatever. If y'all can still produce humans in this world that contribute,
right, and be a team, do it as a cooperative team.
That's you've raised a wonderful human being. Like, you've been successful. Family means a lot of things
But you have to get, like y'all said, you have to get past the hurt though. Like you can't just be. You have to get past that point to really get to the real stuff. Like, cause like I said, it may not be nothing wrong with the pool, man. But like, you know, maybe you might be seeing some piss that ain't there. Maybe the water is fine.
Dirty ass filter.
You got some piss, dirty ass filter. Piss ass glasses on. You know what I mean? So,
how about you wipe your ass before you get in the pool?
Before you get your stinking ass in the pool.
Hey, don't think the chlorine gonna kill everything. You know what I'm talking about?
On an ass first.
Oh man, good stuff for sure. But we gonna move on, y'all. We got a couple final subjects. I'm gonna let my boy Jay Mitch just go off on one of these, but this is not the one that Jay Mitch is gonna do his monologue on. This brother, for the y'all who don't know, in the group chat for the podcast, I'll throw out, hey, what y'all want to talk about, right? Like for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Jay Mitch just come out, chat and sharp, nigga. Like, all right, okay, all right. So I'm gonna give my boy what he wants. I'm gonna give my boy what he wants. Just give me a minute though, Jay Mitch. We're gonna get this out of the way. Another suggestion is presented by Jill and also young Harry, who are not here today. Both of them are not here, but they throwing out suggestions and shit. I was like, all right, well, I'll let them run with this one when we start the show, but they're not here tonight. The pursuit of happiness, right? And basically what we're talking about is how a lot of times, because this is something I want to talk about when we talked about the whole dating and marriage thing and all that. It's like you get told that the American dream is get married young, y'all be broke together, y'all can come up together, y'all appreciate the money, all those type of things. Sometimes they work, and sometimes you got people who get married young or they get married at a pretty, cool age, get divorced, and now you're in your 40s. And you got a clearer mind to really understand what you want, what you don't want. That's Jelana's one of my best friends. And we had a conversation about love languages and how love languages changed our lives, right? About how really finding somebody really speaks your language, how important those things are. Everybody don't love the same way. You can be frustrated dating people who don't know how to express love the way that you receive love and vice versa, right? But like I said, in the same way, part of that formula it's different for different people, right? It's all subjective. But with that being said, sometimes even like in your career, you get taught that, you go to school, you get this job that pays this amount of money, you pay off your college debt, you get you get married young, you be married broke, and you come up together and everything will be fine, right? But a lot of times it's just not how life works. Like what you call the dream job just doesn't exist anymore sometimes.
Nope.
And now you see people nowadays, you're starting to see a trend where people are like, you know what? I don't have to have the 6-figure job. I don't have to have this, that, and the other. And I'd rather do something that keeps me content and keeps me happy and why I actually enjoy what I'm doing, whether that's hustling, whether that's a job that pays less, but I'm free to do other things. We're just kind of in that era now. You know what I mean? And I think maybe because I'm of that mindset where, man, look, just get me off y'all clock as soon as y'all can so I can go back to go do this. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the mindset that a lot of us are in. So that's what I want to talk about today. The pursuit of happiness. Is that money or is it just simple happiness? Like I want to see what y'all think about that. Jelana, you've been nodding your head a lot. You are an entrepreneur for sure. Yeah. Somebody I'm really inspired by who will go out and sell a hook or some pussy. She will do it. Not her pussy, but she'll sell somebody.
That's with me. But
I go to Jelana's house, man. She got a box of roses. Like Jelana, really? Like, yeah, hey, I gotta follow the trends. Whatever the trend is, hey, whatever somebody's saying, somebody cool the trend. Jelana got a T-shirt for it at the house. I trust you.
I do.
I promise you. I mean, go ahead, Jelana.
Power. I can spot a trend. But my thoughts on this are simple.
Yeah.
When you pursue happiness, that means that you are allowing yourself to fully expand into who you want to be, unhindered by what people think and by pressures of having to make a certain amount or be a certain kind of person. When you spend time truly being happy with who you are, the money comes. The money will find you. Money loves to be around happy people and happy things. Right. Money is an energy. Money is a positive energy. And the more positive and happy you are, the more of that you attract. Now, you still got to get your ass out there and work. but it comes so much easier. So when you're in flow and you're happy and you're doing the shit that you love to do, the money has no choice but to find you. You just got to create a vehicle for it to come. You know what I mean? But last summer or most of last year, I did not work at all. Come over. Where would I be? In my hammock.
Man, passing the blunt. The Dutchie.
Right. Be happy. I didn't have to work. The money found me. Now, of course,
you didn't have a corporate job, but you had several streams of income. And the land,
the more money I make, there's a correlation. The more stressed out and the more intense I feel, and like the more balled up I feel, it cuts off the flow of abundance. It's about the flow, and when you do it make you happy, you in flow. So stay in flow, and the money will flow to you. That's how I feel.
Make the money. Don't let the money make you. Shout out to Diamond from, Players Club.
It works.
Try to let y'all niggas know what it's about. Any other thoughts from the crew on it? You said
like you said, hey, the American dream is not a dream. Like right now, as a traumatized millennial, no, it doesn't happen, because a lot of Americans are like 75% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So and a lot of us, all we just asking for just enough money to get by, survive, and go on a vacation, and the government is not even want to give us that. So I could go on a whole rant about that, but
go ahead. The floor is yours.
Go ahead. No, you touch it.
No, because I want to shed a sharp rant, because I'm behind Jay Mitch. Like,
so you ready for shedding sharp?
Right. Just say the word. But I think a lot of people are choosing happiness. Like, that's the route I'm going. I'm going to the happiness. If they get the happiness, get the stress free, the abundance gonna come.
Yes.
Right.
I think everybody wants the American dream, but the government keep moving that goalpost. And I'm like, I'm just gonna choose my happiness.
Seeking happiness, and I got my OnlyFans going on the side. So.
Oh man.
Hey, I ain't there yet. I still love my job. I ain't there yet. I still love my job.
Chris,
man, for me, it's just a happy medium, bro. Finding a little bit of both, because it's like, and it kind of tie in, bro. It tie into everything we really been talking about, tonight, for real. Like, all this shit goes hand in hand. Because when you talk about like culture and just history and how we have been like these last 400 years, like we taught to try to just find happiness in everything else, like just find happiness, and then when you die, you get your chariot and whatever else they say that you're gonna get when you get to heaven. Yeah. But like we really, like the black culture, bro, the black community, like we the only ones that kind of like we stick on that so tough to where like while I'm here, it don't really matter what happens. And I think for me personally, like it's just a matter of trying to achieve both, bro, because I met too many people that they stressing out. Like, what is it? The leading cause of death is cardiac arrest, heart problems in America,
cardiac and stroke too.
The stroke, it's coming from stress. And what's the number one stress?
Damn, she know how niggas dying out here. She can tell you in the moment how niggas is dying.
Every day, don't you?
I see
instant update.
Like, it's not pretty at all.
Yeah, so you got to find that medium. I mean, the number one stressor is gonna be money. Like, we can talk and we can act and all that. And I ain't saying be rich, but it's just one of them things, bro. Like, I'll be honest. If I ain't have money, if I ain't got no money problems, it helped my life a lot. You know what I'm saying? If I could travel and it had them experiences with my family and stuff like that, I can find a way to build me some happiness. Now, I ain't gonna be no asshole by myself with a bunch of money. That ain't the life I want either. So, like I said, it's finding a happy medium, bro. At the end of the day.
Yeah, good shit. Jay Mitch, you got anything, my boy?
Yeah, man. A lot of times you have to be. I keep coming back to being self-aware. You got to set something for yourself that is comfortable for you, living wise. You know what I'm saying? If I can be comfortable with making sure my rent paid, this car note paid, the lights paid, and then I can eat out a little bit every week, you know what I'm saying? I'm not stressed about that, then I'm making enough money. If I can have a base for what makes me happy, then I know what I can and can't deal with job-wise is paying me for my time being there. Because, you know, a 40-hour work week, bro, you at a job more than you'll ever be at home.
Oh,
so how much stress do I want to take on? And I think a lot of millennials have voiced their opinion about not being somewhere where it stresses them out, which is a weird concept for me, because the way I came up and people of my age came up, hey, you need to put up with the bullshit so you can get that check because you got bills to pay. A lot of these millennials and younger generation kids is entering the workforce. They're not putting up with this shit. I had a problem with my resume, bro, where I was like, I think I have too many jobs on my resume that I look unattractive to an employer. I talked to somebody in HR, they was like, well, we've been going through training now where that's something that we can't put weight on, is how many jobs you had, because we can't look at you like you are a bad person to hire, because that's what's going on out here. A lot of people are not staying at jobs.
Nope.
3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you know, they're not staying at a job long. So we can't take that into consideration as a demerit to hire you. That was mind-blowing for me, but it speaks to that money versus happiness. If I'm not fucking happy with fucking putting this popcorn in this shit to serve to these movie folk for what you paying me, bitch, nah, I ain't coming. I ain't gonna be there.
Right.
It bleeds into a lot of
seen
other
that though.
shit.
We've seen like almost like a revolution, that type of stuff, because the pandemic really showed people how to get money. Some people just literally had to find other ways to get money, right?
Bro, I was out of a job during the pandemic, bro, and I ended up doing Instacart and DoorDash. Like, no bullshit. I ain't got no shame about telling no motherfucker how. Yo, when I tell you that shit saved my life, it wasn't even about, and I noticed, weirdly enough, how much more happy I was on my own pace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never been an entrepreneur. I always been a guy that got ideas, but I'm gonna work me a 9 to 5. Give me a good job. I ain't scared. I hustle on the side, do all that. I need a 9 to 5. I don't know. That relief was like a brief insight, vision into like a look into entrepreneurship and what that really is. Like, that freedom is another, like, bro, that shit is
level.
Same.
Yeah, bro. This goddamn pandemic changed the world, bro. Because you got people, these jobs realizing, like, no, the whole time we've been telling you can't work from home. Yes, that curtain has been ripped down. Like, you can sit in the house and do the same shit.
And these companies do not care about these folks. They really don't.
Go ahead, Jelon.
No, people choose jobs based on whether they got to go into the office or not.
Period.
And to me, it don't matter how much you're paying me. Well, I guess it's a certain number that I will bring my ass into the office for.
5 days a week. Ooh.
5 days a week. Tell me what I'm for. I'll be there early, and I stay late.
Yeah, we done got so bougie now with these stay-at-home jobs. So we just got 2 goddamn companies.
How do you want to leave?
Yeah, for sure.
I damn near want one now. Like,
hey, you gotta pay. I tell people all the time, bro. I've been working at home the last 2 years. You have to pay me triple to get me back up in there. I'm sorry.
Ooh, every day with
$6 right? You do have a number though, right?
Yeah, give me triple.
Everybody got a number.
Yeah, man. There's been a lot of bad came after the pandemic, man. Like, I think, like you said, so many people have gotten that hustle mindset because we just had to do it. You know what I mean? But it's really affected the hospitality industry, restaurants, and shit. Because a lot of people who were working those jobs, making $8, $9, $10, $11, $12 an hour, they found other ways to make money. Like, shit, OnlyFans. So I was joking about OnlyFans, but shit, motherfucker getting this money out here, man. Shit,
man.
And now
they got their own food truck. I don't know how they got all this money, man. You see them at the store. Look, young motherfucker pull out a wad. Like, what is y'all doing?
If you think about it, man, like, you go to the restaurant, right, and they're short-handed, and then they're short-handed because the people that used to work there, they're doing DoorDash orders. They're doing DoorDash deliveries, right? And then, like, you'll see DoorDash, y'all must be short. Yeah, nigga, you used to work here. Your ass is a short hand. You know what I mean? So so much stuff has changed a lot, man, as far as it. But some parts of it I'm excited about, and some parts just kind of scare me a little bit. like I said, man, people are doing what they got to do out here, man, and it's kind of making people better people too, man, because like money and the pursuit of money could just kind of make you a fucked up person, bro. I mean, so yeah,
that's a good point, bro. That's a good point.
But sure. I think also money, it gives you the opportunity to be who you really are.
Yeah.
Because I think if you was already a shitty person without money, but if you get some money, you really gonna have the source.
You're literally gonna be shitting on niggas.
Do what you want to do. Yeah.
Right. Well, Jason, excuse me, J. Mitch. I had to call this nigga by his real name. Nigga, you might
it's all good, baby. It's all good.
Put out there a million times now. The floor is yours, my brother.
Yeah, we got to. It's a show on YouTube, bro. I've been watching since the pandemic. Council Court, where they bring folks, they debate shit out. It's time to bring Shannon Sharp to the floor, man. Listen, okay. If y'all don't know who Shannon Sharp is, Shannon Sharp used to play football for Denver back in the 80s. He's outstanding wide receiver, tight end, football player, whatever the fuck he was. He was great. Not taking it from I applaud everything that he's done in the media space.
As a black man, creating this.
I want to get the pleasantries out the way because it's important to know his importance before I go in. This man has carved a lane for athletes to be media members and was one that was accepted by the mainstream media after all his stuff that he's been through post his career to even break into this space. I commend him. His stance he took with Shannon, with Skip Bayless and having the balls to lead it and go do his own thing and create and add to it. Phenomenal. This is where I got a problem with this nigga. All right. Like I said, this shit starts in 2010, but the shit didn't come on my radar until the Josh shit. So in September 2010, he had some shit going on when he was.
This nigga did homework for Shannon.
I had to come prepared, bro.
I got you.
He had a restraining order filed against him by this lady in 2010, which set off the reason why he left CBS and the NFL Network and all that. The restraining order was rescinded, but it was the bubble of an issue, him as a person. I'm not throwing it as no shade. I'm not throwing it as that's just fact. Moving on to when he got where he was post that career in January 20th. This is when my meter went up for him. January 20th last year, if y'all remember, the Grizzlies played the Lakers. In LA, Shannon Sharp sitting front row. Dylan Brooks mouthing off. They going back and forth. You can't hold LeBron. LeBron is his dog. He been on this LeBron train since he figured that was his niche. That I'm finna hitch my shit to this train. He might like him for real, but that was his niche. So he talking shit to the Grizzlies. Dylan said, you need to sit your old ass down. He gets mad about it. Now, mind you, bro, you there to spectate. You there. You get so mad that you almost get to fighting with a whole group of young cats. This probably
Steven Adams' big ass.
Steven Adams, the largest human being that you'll probably see outside of Wemby in life,
right? Came
and was when he walked up, Shannon didn't want no. So you turn around and start talking shit about Ja Dad.
Oh.
You go back and forth with him. Y'all hug it out at the end of the game. But you go on ESPN with Dave McMahon talking about they ain't want this smoke. You talking like you their age. And you supposed to be an old vet, $1 million nigga, all this type. Club Shay Shay.
Yeah.
So you go on from there. In September that same year, so that was in January, September, he gets this Club Shay Shay is popping, millions of views, which is a great platform where he got mostly black folk coming on there. He interviewed them or whatever, but it started taking messy turns when you feel like you supposed to be fucking a shock jock, like you the male Wendy Williams. You're on there saying wild shit. So September that year, Shannon interviewed Dwayne Wade and asked him, was it harder for you to sit down and have a conversation and tell her that something had happened outside of a relationship, or was it hard to lose in the finals? So basically what he did, he got Dwayne Wade on his show, asked Dwayne Wade about some shit that he had going on in his marriage 10 fucking years ago. Put that man on the spot. Dwayne Wade in that motherfucker like, damn, bro, how the fuck you gonna ask me some shit about my like
outside kids?
That's why I said what I said about the reason why he left CBS. So now you doing it to somebody else, bringing up old shit and thinking it's cool. All right, cool. We not gonna. Okay, that's one. So the interviews start going on and on. You bring the latest string of shit that he been doing. You brought Cat Williams on. Cat Williams basically shit on everybody in the industry for his justified reasons of his interactions with whoever he got beef with. But you sitting there kicking and shit, egging that shit on like, oh, you for real? You for real? You for real?
Come on, Cat. Come on, Cat.
Now he said, come on,
Cat. Come on, Cat. Come on, Cat.
Don't say that, Cat. Now, come on, Cat. They gonna watch this, Cat. Come on, Cat.
You got a problem with his integrity.
I'm almost there at the end. So you bring Monique in, platform. Monique been going through some shit. I'm personally conflicted on the Monique shit. I love her. I don't like the shit she doing. I don't like her husband. It's some weird shit going on. Then the son came out, said some shit. Whatever. You bring her on because your people are starting feeding you what works. Views, clicks. No matter how it makes the person sitting on that couch with you look, no matter how you are judged, you know what's bringing. So traffic. After that shit, he goes on a terrible run. You do Mike Epps, where you get mad at Mike Epps, a comedian, for making a joke about you looking like Madea in a dress, which you do. You look real fucking weird. That's just open for any comedian to make a joke about. Mike Epps like, yo, it's plenty of people that said shit. You want to pull up on me? You got Anna with me, bro, over me. I'm like Mike Epps. I love Mike Epps. Mike Epps like, my nigga, if you for real, I'm not fighting. Yo big ass. I'm not. This nigga 6'7", 380 pounds. I just saw what Cam Newton did, which brings me to Cam Newton. Now, before Cam, he said something about Mace, right? Shannon Sharp was like, Mace a fake ass preacher. Mace the same way. Mace like, look here, nigga, I done survived, did it. Don't play with me. You think Mike Epps bad, motherfucker. I ain't finna. And Mace was respectful on their podcast. He said, look, bro, I respect you. You know, I think you incredible, but don't pull me. Don't call my name out about shit and none of that bullshit you doing. Because you know how I get down, then he shimmied on that nigga. So the last thing was Cam Newton. This is where I had the last straw, bro, for real. Everybody know about the Cam Newton shit. You know, the guys were talking shit to him during the whole thing. The guys said the Cam was talking shit to them. Whatever that situation was some shit that popped off that I don't really have an opinion upon, because that shit happened between grown men with issues that I don't know shit about.
Yeah, it was more than just somebody folks got to fight. There was some other shit going on.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit that I don't personally know about. I got an opinion about it, but it don't make me want to do what Shannon Sharp did. He went on TV the next day and was like, no, he ain't going on TV. He went on the shit with Ocho Cinco.
Nightcap.
Club Shay Shay After Dark. Whatever the fuck that shit. Nightcap. The fuck? I don't want no nightcap with this big ass nigga. But anyway, he went on this tirade, bro, about well, you'll never see this happen at Peyton and Eli camp. Yeah. All this shit going on. It's a shame that y'all want to fight at these kids' camp. You know what, Ocho? I wouldn't do it. I ain't gonna do it, and I ain't gonna never do it. This is where I got a problem with that. First of all, bro,
come on.
It's common knowledge that none of this shit happens at Peyton's and Eli's camp. You want to know why? This shit means bringing in black athletes and young people together. No matter what beef these grown niggas had, what the event was never will happen at Peyton's. That's what you should have said. What you implied was that a white person wouldn't allow this nigga shit to happen at their camp. Show me the footage. Show me the video. I ain't never seen it happen at Peyton. And I'm a Peyton fan, bro. I love Peyton. Tennessee, Rocket Volunteers, all that shit. I'm a homer at the end of the day. But, bro, as a black athlete, for you to even open your mouth to constantly say something about another black athlete with the platform that you have, with the mistakes that you've made in your career that other people have gave you a pass on, and don't bring up, don't throw in your face. You had charges in Georgia, bro, where they said one report out of Georgia said that over the time span he was in that state, him and 3 other ladies was constantly going to court over domestic abuse. One person can lie on you, not everybody all the time about the same shit. So when you got shit in your closet, bro, be careful about how you speak about other folks and what they got going on and making assumptions, bro. I don't give a fuck how many views you got, bro. You got some shit within you that you need to fix before you start speaking on another man, bro. And if you can't distinguish who making the like light or whatever, if you have issues with people that you can't pick up the phone and call, instead you get on your podcast and all this other shit, and you let these other people put that battery in your back and ain't self-aware enough to slow that shit down. I got a problem with that shit, bro.
Yeah. And you said something.
Fuck Shannon Sharp, bro.
You said something I want to highlight too, man, about how, because a lot of people, not just Shannon Sharp, but a lot of people have made comments about Cam Newton in the fight, you know what I mean, at the camp or whatever. And a common refrain has been, you know, I wouldn't do that no more or whatever. But if you really think about it, this is probably just the youth worker element of my own career, working with kids and things like that. When you're doing that type of stuff, man, that's not something you're doing because it feels good. Or it's not something you're doing because it feels right. You know, I mean, it's something you do because it feels right. It is something you do because it feels right. You know what I mean? It's like you don't do that and like, well, okay, if opposition comes, I need to stop doing this. That's one of those things where you do it because it's something you're supposed to be doing. You feel like you're supposed to be giving back to the community. And if something like that gets you out of it, you probably were never supposed to be doing it in the first place. You know what I mean? So for a guy like Shannon Sharp, who with the amount of resources that brother got, he should be the main somebody doing it. And if you don't want to do a football camp, do a content creation camp. You know what I mean? Because that's what open up them doors to show these black boys that they don't just have to be athletes. You know what I mean? So that's the type of shit he should be saying. Like, just even going back to the thing about bringing the comedians on, man. Like, I just want my comedians to entertain me, bro. I don't need to hear the backstories about them sucking dick for a job. I ain't gotta hear none of that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Bro. I don't care.
None of that. Because the irony of that shit is, bro, that part of it is, so Monique, you go on his platform and shit on everybody or whatever, when you've done interviews about how people have done the same, like they've given a green light to people to shit on you and how much you don't like that. But given the opportunity, you do the same. Like, I ain't with it. And on his side, for you to not police that. Because there's so many content creators that are doing amazing work, that are doing good interviews and having people come on that have a standard for what they gonna show their people because they care about their audience. They know what their space is and their perception is in the culture. So a lot of shit they not gonna have on their show. I'm not finna bring this motherfucker on and I know they finna do this and I'm friends with these people. Bro, you said something saying, and I want to big up you for your podcast, bro. A lot of people need to go check this shit out twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays, right? They need to go
Wednesday, Friday, noon. That's my sports-based
and if y'all don't catch him live, bro, y'all need to look at it. You said something about how you talk to your the folks that you're mentoring about when you get a job in this industry, when you make relationships, you got to decide what you gonna do as far as the job you're responsible for, what people need to see from you. Those relationships, you got to judge on how you approach certain stuff. It's certain stuff that you won't say that you know about certain things that you done heard off the integrity of who you've become in this space. You know that your position in black media in Memphis carries a weight that doesn't cause you to go out doing stupid shit. Yeah, we on here kicking the shit, talking shit and all this, but at a certain point, you have enough common sense to judge what you will talk about, approach, put out, opposed to what it'll bring you click-wise and view-wise. Because we can be really with the shit with all of what we know in this city and get a million views and go viral, but that ain't important. What's important is protecting who I done made myself in this space. That's what that motherfucker don't know about, bro. And I ain't with this shit.
I feel like we're Shannon Sharp.
I
feel like at one point he's gonna realize that the way he's going about doing stuff, he ain't really it. You know what I mean?
By that time, we won't even know who the fuck he was.
but just fleshing out what you were referring to, I was talking about how like if you're in the journalism business, right, you can either be relational or you can be the guy that's out putting news out. And it's kind of hard to do both because you're gonna have to burn some bridges one way or another. If you're the gossipy information putting out guy or the guy like doing what Shannon Sharp is doing, you're gonna ruin a lot of relationships in the process, man. But like I said, with this particular show, this particular podcast, this is the type of stuff I want to do, man. Have positive conversations about stuff and try to come to some solutions about things. And I thank you all for helping me go about doing it. The crew of the SainAsylum Podcast. Good stuff, man. Good stuff this week, as always. For sure, man. We kind of hit some grown folk stuff today, man. We had a little fun. We're gonna do that anyway, but you know, we touched up on some real stuff, man. Appreciate y'all for the viewers. Appreciate y'all for coming in and rocking with us as well.
Yes, thank you for the comments.
Yeah, shout out to the crew. The comments wouldn't really comment today. I don't know if we was cooking good food and you ain't got time to talk or the folks wasn't just rocking with us today. I don't know. I look at these comments, Bob.
With us today.
Say it again.
Daryl, is that how we pronounce that?
Yeah, my guy Daryl. He jumped in with it.
Yep.
I gotta start putting niggas' business out here, man. Start talking about who sucking these brothers.
No.
But who got fucked up the ass for their job? We start doing this. She start blowing up. I'm telling you, have you wondered why he was all right, man. All right, bro. Just get the jokes off. But y'all, we're gonna slide about this joint. We're gonna slide about this joint. We'll see y'all next week, man. Episode 5 is in the books.
Yeah.
We will see y'all for episode 6. See y'all next Sunday. Same bat channel, same bat time. We'll see y'all. Hold on. I'm glad I see it. I got the Batman show. We're playing with it. We will see y'all next Sunday at 8, y'all. We up out this joint.
Bye.